guys, welcome back to another video. Alright guys, so today I'm taking a look at the Aviator Obsidian Black Slide Wallet. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so the Aviator wallet arrives to you in this box full of shiny A's. Let me open this up and give you guys a look at what it looks like still in its box. And it normally comes with a fold-out instruction manual, but mine's missing. But that is not a big deal. I'm sure I can figure this one out. Now I'm actually very excited about this slide wallet. Why? Because if you guys watch my review on the Aviator Titan One Rugged, you'll know that I love the wallet, but it just had a few issues. And believe it or not, the slide wallet here fixes every issue that I had with this design. I'll get into those issues a little later on in this video, but let's check out the new slide wallet. All right, so let's quickly run down the features of this new slide wallet. So they have this new quick access pull tab here. And guys, this is absolutely one of my favorite new features of this slide wallet. Turning around to the back side and we have one of Aviator Wallet's most unique features, the coin tray. Then right here we have the elastic band holding everything together, and right on top there we have our cash clip. This wallet is adjustable from 1 to 20 cards. I'll show you how to adjust that later on in this video. The Aviator Slide does feature RFID protection. I believe the body is made of aluminum. I couldn't find that information anywhere, but just looking at it and feeling it, I believe it's aluminum, but not the cash clip back here. This cash clip is made of carbon fiber. It seems like it's endlessly customizable with different choices of coin tray, different choices of inner frame, optional choices for your cash clip, and you can even choose between the Obsidian Black here or a carbon fiber model. And to round out the quick features here, it does have a lifetime warranty and free worldwide shipping. All right, so let's talk dimensions. All right, so the Aviator Slide Wallet is 3.35 inches by 2.13 inches and has a thickness of 0.197 inches. And they say it weighs 43 grams on the website, so let's check that out. All right, so let's drop it on there, no cards in there. It says 48 grams. So let me just try that again. Yeah, it's 48 grams. They might be weighing it without the money clip back there. So 48 grams, that equals out to be 1.7 ounces. All right, so now let's start talking about why I'm excited about this new release. So if you guys watch my Aviator Titan One Rugged review, you're gonna know that I had issues with just how the cards came out of the wallet. Now that's only if it had the coin tray back here, because just the way it's set up, if you want to get cards out of here, we have this thumb notch, so you can easily just push up one card and get it out pretty easy. But if you want to get out multiple cards, you have to take both fingers and pull it up. So naturally, just by the design here, it pulls up this coin tray at the same time. So then you have to push the coin tray back down, then take all your cards and fan them out. So I figured a nice easy way to correct that is take out this little back plate here, flip it around so the thumb notch is on the bottom, but then you lose the ability to pull the cards out like this because it's flat right there, no more notch. And on top of that, I said there was no way to stop the coin tray from being pushed all the way down because it doesn't have anything stopping the bottom there. So as much as I love this design, it has some usability issues. Now, coming over to the brand new slide wallet, believe it or not, they addressed every one of those issues. So first off, no need to actually pull up the cards with your fingers anymore because we have this nifty little pull tab. Now this isn't the first wallet I reviewed with a pull tab, but it's actually one of the better feeling pull tabs that I've seen. The cards slide out super smooth. And yes, it does maintain that thumb notch here. So if you don't want to pull up every single one of your cards with the pull tab, if you just want to get that top card, just push up and grab it. All right, let's take a look and see how this works with 7 cards in here. So I have 4 raised number credit cards right here. Of course, these are demo cards, and I have 3 flat cards here. What you want to do is lift up that top plate here, insert them all at the same time, and just push down. Super easy. And now let's see how easy it is with these 7 cards in here with this new pull tab. So pull it up, bring them out a little bit, fan through. So say I want this card right here, take it out, push it back in. Yes, I like it. And then putting that card in is just as easy. Fan back where you want to, stick it in there, and Boom. So how about cash? I have 8 bills here. Let's fold those into quarters. Lift up on the cash strap back here. Slide it in. And not a problem at all. So how about thirds? Let's see if there's enough room here. And uh-oh. All right, so you see what's happening here when I'm trying to stuff those bills in there when they're folded into thirds. And this is actually one of the design choices that I liked here, is they threaded the elastic through that back plate. But because they did so, we're losing a little bit of space on each side of the elastic there. So trying to stuff bills that are folded into thirds, looks like it's not gonna happen. So let's take that back out. Not that folding bills into quarters is an issue, but when you fold your bills into quarters, it just gets a little thicker. And yeah, folding into quarters, not a problem. Thirds, not gonna happen. Now, like I said, this change was one of my favorite things that they did, because check out what they did here. They threaded it through the back plate here, so this back plate cannot come out. So you can see here on the original design, this back plate can move freely. And the only thing really keeping it into place is this felt that's connected to the back plate. And you can see how this elastic is completely wrapped around this back plate here, as opposed to this new design that's threaded through that back plate. But as you just saw with the cash test, because it's threaded through, we're losing some space from end to end. So it looks like there's a slight trade-off, because this is more of a contained unit and we have that elastic threading through from the frame through the back plate. You won't be able to lose this back plate as easy as it is right here where it's free floating, but you lose the ability to fold your cash into thirds. Take your pick. All right, next, let's talk about the improvements in the coin tray. So I'm just gonna take this straight out here and grab the one from their previous design. And I'm gonna give you guys a look and show you what it looks like side by side. And then if I flip it around to the back side, you can see this is the aluminum, by the way, that's carbon fiber, but it doesn't matter. Here you can see a channel running down the middle. This one is just flat. And then in the front here, the same felt, but you see how it narrows right here as opposed to here? There's a reason for that. And it has a lot to do with the threading through of the elastic through that back plate. The elastic is invading the space on the inside as well. So the only way that this can work is if it's indented right there. And as I push it in where it widens out, that's gonna get caught on that elastic right there, and it's gonna prevent me from pushing it any further down. Now you can see on the bottom right there, it is pushing, but it's not going all the way through because the elastic is holding it back. Now that's a pretty ingenious design. Obviously with their original release here, if I stick the coin tray back in there, if I push it down, I can just slide it out. Either way, there's nothing stopping it. And in my review of this wallet, that was one of my concerns, that there was nothing stopping it from coming out. Not a huge deal breaker. I mean, obviously you can just stop it with your finger, but here, they figured out a way to do it. Now remember that channel I showed you on the back of the coin tray here? That's there because the pull strap can rest right in between those. So once again, it's just another ingenious design choice by Aviator. All right, so how many coins can we fit inside of this coin tray? So I have 4 quarters here, 3, 4. So we have 4 quarters, and it says it can fit up to 6 coins. So I want to put a dime here. Nope, I am not. A dime there. All right, so when they said it can fit 6 coins, it's obviously not 4 quarters and 2 dimes, because this second dime just won't fit. But here's a $1.10 American, and let's slide that back in there. And obviously, it's gonna make some noise, but they try to reduce that by putting felt on the bottom so it doesn't slide as easy. But regardless, if you have coins in your wallet, it's gonna make some noise. So I just loaded it back up, 7 cards, 8 bills, 5 coins in a coin tray, and it's pretty awesome. Now you can adjust this elastic here. That's right, it's adjustable between 1 to 7 cards, 4 to 11 cards, or 7 to 20 cards. So I'm gonna grab that Torx screwdriver, take these off. I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right, so I just saved you guys the boredom of watching me take those screws out. So all the screws are out there. So what you wanna do is just take off this top plate here, and this is what you see. So as you can see right here, the elastic has these steel rods, and those steel rods are sitting in these grooves, 2 on the top here, 2 on the bottom there. So right now, this is the 1 to 7 card capacity. So if I wanna switch it over to 4 to 11, you just take one of them, put it into the one on the bottom there. As you can see, that's 4 to 11. And if I wanna do max 7 to 20, you take this one here and push it out to that top slot so you can see what I did there. That's 7 to 20 cards. I liked it where it was 1 to 7, so I'm going to put it back there right now. So if you guys watched my previous review on the Aviator wallet, I showed you guys how to do this before. So the inside of this frame should look familiar to you, except there's some new slots down here. So obviously those slots are for the pull tab. So if you don't want so much dangly tab up here on the top, what you want to do is obviously just take those steel rods, move them to the position where you want it. Or say, for example, you carry a lot of cards and need more tab. Well, you can adjust it down here just the same. As for my 7 cards, I think that position is perfect. And after you've adjusted that elastic to exactly where you want to, just take your top plate, stick it back on, put the screws back in, and you're done. All right, guys, if you head on over to the Aviator website, you can see right here, the Obsidian Black Slide is 65 euros. So 65 euros in American dollars right now is 71.03. So let's talk about some of the options here. So you can have no cash clip. If you want the carbon fiber cash clip, as I have right here, that's going to add 20 euros, and that's going to take your price up to 85 euros, which brings that up to 92.88 American. So at that price point, it's exactly what I've been showing you in this review. So you can up that if you want to upgrade the coin holder. Right now is what I have, the slim aluminum. You can do double aluminum for 10 euros extra, or you can do the carbon fiber for an extra 50 euros. And then you can see the inner frame here, the acrylic glass frame, that's what I have here. You can upgrade that to the aluminum space frame for another 50 euros. So if you want the Obsidian Black all pimped out, it's gonna cost you 185 euros. And like I said, this isn't the only slide wallet. They also have a carbon fiber slide for 109.90. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of the Aviator Obsidian Black Slide Wallet? I said I was excited about this wallet at the beginning of this video, and I wasn't lying. I absolutely love when companies have an existing design and then take that same design and improve upon it. And I believe that's exactly what they did here with this slide wallet. And in my opinion, it's one of the best on the market right now, and absolutely one of my favorites of the year so far. So that being said, if I had to give this wallet a score out of 5, it's a 4.5 all day long. Just the build quality, the German engineering, all the improvements that they made, the usability and the function of it, they nailed it. And yes, this exact version with the carbon fiber money clip, 92 bucks is a little pricey, but if you're looking for one of the best minimalist wallets that's actually functional, you might want to take a look at this. I will have links below to the Aviator website right in my description box. They are not affiliate links. Aviator is not paying me to say this. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe and go!